This thing even on? Is this thing even on? He's spitting. He's spitting. This thing on or off, guys? Seems on. Alright. Gonna go ahead and start. What's up? What's up? What's up, Shimmer? See you again. What's up? Okay. Ooh-wee! It's Friday. The day we always do Frogville streams, right? It's epic. Be on. Right. What's up? Let me fix the camera. Did do a little bit of a mirror, cutting my hair in the mirror yesterday. We'll see how it goes. Seems alright. Hooey, hooey. Nice. Frogville is epic. Let's go. Let's hop on in. We'll see what's new. We have a lot on the docket, as they say. Some say that. Okay. Little tunes. We got some people in here. Let's see what's going on. Be switchy. Gonna work? Yes. Okay, we got the mayor in town. Spooky. We got Gabe. We got Mr. Unco. We gotta remember to tell Mr. Unco about Milena. There's a new person in town. Potentially from Mr. Poop's hometown. That's looking for info on Mr. Poop and wants to talk to Mr. Unco, so we'll check that out. Let me go into survival. It's a new thing I'm doing. I would hop on, but I'm away from it. Yeah, it's hard to do without the pewter. It's okay. Being in the chat is same as being in town. Who's that? Is that a mayor? Is that a mayor? Love to see it. We never did figure out what happened to subscribe. I don't know if subscribe got taken. Wonder if I teleport. Subscribe could have been killed or it could be in someone's inventory. It's hard to tell. Possibly rip. Okay. Well, we're in town. You like being in town. Let's go to check out the Muppet Fact. We'll check the bulletin board. Yeah, we should put up missing posters. That's a good idea. Maybe having a reward. What was I gonna say? Yeah, then we'll see what's new in town. I'm guessing there's not too much new. Then we'll check in on Mr. Unco, see what the scoop is, and then where we left off last stream, basically we recovered the scientists' items from Butterboy's HQ, and we found a tracker that's been in the lab. The tracker was password protected, but hopefully we're able to crack it. I have some things to show. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, I forgot we didn't get it to him last week. So yeah, I'll finish the stream with the Butterboys lore stuff, but we'll get everything else done. I wonder what Gabe's doing. Looks like Gabe's got some kind of melon head or something going on. I haven't seen him in the flesh yet, but we'll check it out. The police car is constantly getting out. It's okay, maybe we should free him. P-Cruiser. Oh god, look at this. This black stuff really has been spreading. Right. Pop on over real quick. We're getting a little lag. Okay. Whoa. What the heck happened to Gabe? Gabe's face got squished down. What the heck? Did a melon fall on his head? Might even be AFK from the melon. It's crazy. Okay, signs. Oh, melon, I see. Something happened with Gabe and melon. It's terrifying. Also, there's like a blue fit going on. Park now open. Is that what you're gonna show? Is there another thing too? I haven't even looked at the park. So what is the story lore thing going on? Well, it's a lot to catch up on, but we'll have it all covered in the museum. Basically, the gist of it is, I'll give you the speed run. What's up, Elio? Making cookies for ice cream sandwiches. That sounds so good. Okay, for anyone that doesn't know, the quick lore speed run explanation of where we're at with the lore today is, since the beginning of Frogville, there are these traveling gang called the Butter Boys. They have like jack-o'-lanterns on their heads, and they had these buttermilk cows, and their story is that their town was destroyed by these people from the Rottenmilk Kingdom who you know, stole their cows and would process their buttermilk into this evil, rotten, fermented food that we don't know what the purpose of it is. Which we had never met any of the rotten milk until now. But basically, they didn't know where Rotten Milk Kingdom is, like the actual original part, and they wanted to get revenge. And recently it came to light that I actually hired one of the rotten milk scientists to work for me, to study the spread, which is kind of its own story, but it's this brown material that spreads around town sometimes. It seems like we covered it now, but it came from Poop Inc. and but it seems to be under control now. But yeah, I hired this scientist to study the spread, but then it turned out that the scientist was from Rotten Milk, so the Butter Boys, we have had our ups and downs, but basically the Butter Boys have now been very mad at us and have been killing all the residents, and they've been holding one of our headquarters hostage for a while, and they destroyed the labs. And they took the scientist hostage and made him lead them to Rotten Milk Kingdom, is where we left off. But we found a tracker that may lead us there, so at the end of the stream we're gonna go see Rotten Milk Kingdom for the first time, see what's going on, see if we can resolve any of these issues. And the main thing is we need to get the research that the scientists did on the spread and the rot, because they have him hostage. So yeah, that was a lot, but that was the speed run. Insane story, yeah. It's like over a year of just random streams compiled. But that is the story that has developed. So let's read the Muppet fact. If you're new also, Spooky Chameleon is now the mayor, and every week we have a different fact about the Muppets, and they're very enlightening and good. And see you. True. But yeah, if you want to get more detailed info on the lore of Frogville, there's like a museum where we've kind of laid it out chronologically for the most part. Okay, Muppet fact of the week. With Sesame Street running for over 50 years, there's of course a lot of episodes and segments lost to time. One episode in particular became very famous because Sesame Street made it unavailable on purpose. Episode 847 aired in 1976 and featured Margaret Hamilton reprising her role as the Wicked Witch. Shortly after airing, Sesame Street received lots of angry letters from parents whose children, sorry I'm reading like a robot, whose children were scared by this episode. This caused them to pull the episode. In the early days of the internet, people expressed memories of the episode, but there was no evidence to it existing. Many years went by with people of the internet seemingly hopelessly searching for this lost episode, eventually collecting screenshots and even seeing some of the original letters from parents. In 2019, it all changed when Museum of the Moving Image hosted an event showing many lost Sesame Street clips. That's epic. Including some from the now famous episode 847. Finally, in 2022, the full episode was leaked on Reddit by an unknown person, ending a over 40-year search for the lost episode. That's actually crazy. Sick. Okay. I love that. Funny that Gabe was just meloned today. Kids were generally terrified. I've learned about this. I've heard a bit about it just from Spooky, but he went on TV, I think, Mr. Rogers, when she apologized and showed that she's not scary. Mr. Rogers one was before the Sesame Street episode. Whoa. Okay. Small thing, hell yeah, let's check out the small thing Spooky's gonna show. Which, I'm sure Spooky's just being modest. Did I see something over there? Whoa. Wait. Okay, we'll come back to that. Something's going on in there for sure. Where she says, thanks for the melon, Michael. Melon. Oops. Sorry, I got distracted. You lead the way. Rover! Oh, I forgot. I'm in survival. There we go. Oh! My skull! Where'd you go? Hold on, I'm gonna TP to you. Past it? Oh. Oof. Ooh. It's a Muppet Theater update? Yo. What in the... Whoa! Wait, how'd you do that? Wait, let me turn off the music for a sec. You did the song. Yes. Whoa. That's so satisfying. You have to stand back there. Oh. It reminds me of the like the actual instrument kind of reminds me of the Mario 64 music. Yes! The crowd goes wild. Wait, how did you actually do this though? How in the heck? You can go through this? How do you make it? You can make it so you can go through paintings? Oh, is it just on? Oh, you have it on these and then it's just transparent. Oh, that's so smart. I didn't even think of that. That's awesome. I like that. Oh, that's such a good idea, actually. Nice. You did this whole song and I'm like, Super into how you did the O. But the song is epic. Love that. Nice. Cookie's morphed into one. You got a Pazuki? By the way, you should do this with the drums in the shop. Do what? Oh, yeah, that does look good. Yeah, it makes it look more like it's got pieces. That's a good idea. Yeah, I like that. That looks better. Looks more better. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's check out the park now, and then we'll see what's going on with Mr. Unko. It doesn't look too good. So if you don't know where the park is, it's where the zoo used to be. So there's temporarily no zoo, but all the animals are living in these studio apartments here, which you can also live in if you come to town and you don't have a place to live yet. You can, or even if you do have a place to live, but you just want a little apartment to decorate. There's a couple apartment buildings that are free. Whoa, we got trees? I'll make it day. Frogville Park. Whoa, picnic. Oh, I love this. Oh. No way. There's frogs! This is epic. Okay, this is actually so sick. I didn't even know that you were working on this. Oh, there's a secret. Oh, that's a slide! Oh, I see. Gotta go down. Oh, the blue slide looks epic like this. Sliding. We're sliding. Oops. Yes. Oh, and you got a spinny thing. Yes! Can you ride it? Oh, there's frogs in it? Oh, yeah. Love that. Whoa! No way. Can you jump in these? These are swings. Swings. That's pretty epic for swings. Look at these, all these frogs. Sand castle, or what's this called? Sandbox? Whoa! That guy goes. Yeah, this is epic. This is way more, I like this because it's more of like a hangout spot. Gotta hop on in. What, do I hit the mine cart or the... Oh, is that so that you can have two people? That's kind of epic. Pretty epic. Nice. Like that. Ooh. Ooh, a little slide? Oh. Trampoline? Whoa. How the... Is this the thing? You put blocks on a slime block? I didn't know that you could put carpet on it. That's awesome. Crazy, I didn't know that. Good. This place is awesome. Playground, garden. Can you walk in the garden? Yo! Gosh. That's nice. This would be good hide and go seek spots here. Lots of good hide and go seek spots in the park. Nice. So yeah, it looks like it's now open. How many entrances? You got this one. Uh-oh, these frogs are getting out. We got this entrance. We got that entrance. Everything. Got picnic. You can do some grilling. We gotta do some barbecue grilling. Oh, careful now. This is pretty sick. Let's get a little bit cooked. Ooh, and this looks much nicer. I love this walkway. Oh yeah, and then we kept the axolotl because it's legendary. Still look under. And we got Sam's bench, which is actually historic. This is one of the oldest things in Frogville, is this bench. Fishing seat. Wow, this is awesome. Oh yeah, and then there's this one. I like that. This is perfect. Wow, look at that. Crushed it. Knocked it out of the park. I like that. No pun intended. Okay. Now let's check on Mr. Unco. Do you notice the slides is a snake? Oh yeah, it is. I noticed. Oh, I didn't even see. I saw that it looked like a creature, but I couldn't tell when I came out of it. Awesome. It goes with the spooky dungeon. Love it. That look is so good. Okay. Gotta go check on Mr. Unco. He didn't. So it looked very strange. If we didn't have the park to go look at, I would have gone and checked it out right away. Don't look too good. Ooh, recipe. I'm always down for some recipes. What's going on in there? Look too good. Yes, I'm just looking around. I have been hard at work trying to revive Mr. Poop. How do you spell Melina? I believe I can share more information. I believe I can share more info. So we're gonna get some info on Mr. Poop now. It's crazy, it's been literally months since he died. Rip. Although still in critical condition, I may have found the solution to bringing him back. No way. Thought he might be gone for forever. Mr. Poop coming back would be insane. But I wonder if he would be the same. Turns out this black substance is related. His death could be the answer. Oh. Black substance is related to Mr. Poop? I remember, however, it spread so slowly, it's going to be a lengthy process, I see. I was waving. Yeah, I feel like when he was dying, it seemed like he was getting slowly covered in in some kind of blackness, but we assumed it was the spread. But maybe, I don't know. Guess there's more to learn. This her uncle's fit goes so crazy though. I miss soiling. Gotta... Anyone seen soiling in a while? I think he's busy. Good. I plan on using the black substance to bring him back, so I ask that everyone avoid tampering with it. Good to know. Yeah, we've been trying to not touch it. The switching between angles is funny. Will take a while, but I can say with some certainty Mr. Poop will return. That's epic. That's huge. Well, at least there's hope. The end of a Marvel movie? Yeah. I forget how to spell Melane's name. I think it's like M-E-L-A-E-N-A. Indeed, it would be irresponsible for me to neglect mentioning the danger of this black substance. I do not know how much about it. However, it appears to share qualities with the spread, but is more resilient. No, I don't remember. Wish I had a picture. Just catching Mr. Unko up with the lore. Or not the lore, the background. Interesting, I will bring this information to Soiling. Did they tell you what they wanted? They... They didn't tell me specifics, but it seems related to Mr. Poop, and it sounded like maybe their home had a problem with the spread as well. I think that was all they said. Ooh-wee. So cracks me up that Gabe got squished by Melon. That's a pretty epic character arc. Okay, I'm available now if you have a method of contacting them. I don't have a way of contacting Milena, but I do know where they live. I need to get this show on the darn road. Oh, cookies sound so good right now. Spooky. Cream cookie sandwich. That sounds good to me. I will stick around in case I show up. Okay, let's go just check. I don't think that Milena is home, but we could check the apartments, and then if we end up seeing Milena, we can tell them to go where Mr. Unko is. I don't even know if they're might still be in Defa City. Oh god. The frickin' butter boy. Oh. These butter boys are crazy. Jeez. Forgot there were still butter boys in town. Oof. Spooked me. So many. There's still a lot. Oh yeah, I know. By their base is the worst. Hopefully, I'm hoping that's why we got to go to Rottenmilk. I'm thinking hopefully soon we can squash the beef with the butter boys. I don't know. Forget which floor Milena lives on. I think it's the top floor. Terrible neighbors, yeah. Milena joined. I don't know if Milena's at home. Oh. don't think that. Knock knock. I don't think Milena's at home. Okay, cool. Okay, Milena's gonna meet us in town. See what they say to Mr. Uncle. Oh, is that a butter boy up there? Heck. A butter boy. Oh. I think they have thorns. I think I got him. These butter boys is crazy. Yes, you may be careful. Okay. Yeah, look at it. This is no private matter. You can listen in if you'd like, but it's not necessary. Okay. Just interested in what say. Well, at least listen for a bit, and then we'll have to take care of the butter boy stuff. No. I knew Mr. Poop back from his hometown. I heard about his death. Hometown. We'll just listen to the chat and I'll quickly go get the tracker. Let me go check if the tracker is ready. Should still be able to hear what they're talking about. Just run to the lab real quick. Okay. See what we could get. Should be done by now. So this is what rotten milk looks like. I put the tracker in. Let's see if it's ready. Oh, there we go. Unlocked. Nice. Seems to point at something. That's good. Our town was taken over by the spread before Mr. Poop left. He is very popular back home. I have to bring some important information to him. Oh. Interesting. Is that a tracker? This tracker should lead us to Rotten Milk Kingdom, I think. I've heard you are the scientist for Mr. Poop's business. Keeping the spread under control is very impressive. Nice. That's not easy. Thinking of melting chocolate around the ice cream last and making an ice cream sandwich Eskimo cake mix. Sounds so good. Oh yeah. What am I gonna eat for dinner? I think I'm gonna make fried rice for dinner, but I wish I had ice cream sandwich. Mr. Poop hired me to control the spread and protect Frogville. Thank you. Nice. Where the birds at? Where the birds at? I haven't seen any birds. Butter boys. I think I saw some butter boys on the roof. Sleeping? Oh, is that why there's not as many birds? Get a lot of birds. Sure, you heard about my efforts to bring Mr. Poop back as well. It is going well, but it will take some time. I hope this information you need to bring it to him is not too urgent. We can spot any boys. I bet we could see him from Frog Needle. Yes, I've heard. Unfortunately, it is urgent. I will stick around here in Frogville and Deficity while I wait. I would love to help in any way I can. Nice. Okay. Well, that's probably kind of the end of the combo. Let's see. Okay, we need to get Professor Rothmere and his research back. Okay, so we can follow this. I want to not fly just so that we can kind of keep an eye on the terrain, but we might need a boat and walking. But it seems like it's south. We can go south. Check it out. Oh, bird alert. Bird alert. Oh, it would be kind of cool to jump off the frog needle, actually. Then we can glide part way there. Off. Oh. But I want to avoid using fireworks for flying because it's bad for the environment. So we're just gonna... Oh, some of this got broke. Oh no. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Okay. Alright. Whoa! Whoa! What the? There's a butter boy up here? Process of reviving Mr. Poop is very complicated and dangerous. I cannot have you help without putting you and the city in danger. Perhaps you can help with other Poop Inc. needs. Got an interview. Okay. Let's see. Where's the direction? Like this. Okay. So we mostly just gotta go south. Hopefully we can avoid some birds. Very dark here. Oh. You have a boat? Okay, let's meet at that ship right there. Okay, whoa. Let's see. Okay, let's boat it for a little bit. Oh, we can both boat? I didn't know you could do that. Okay, we're boating. Okay, gotta follow this. I didn't know that two people could go in a boat. For some reason. Okay. Okay, so the goal is we gotta go to Rottenmilk and save the scientist if we can. If we can't, at least get his research back. Or at least some of it. I feel like he did a lot. Go. We need like a good sailing song, I feel like. Rowing, we're rowing, we're rowing, we're rowing. That's how you row. How you row fast. Is there a way to speed your boat up? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, we might have to get out soon. Let's see where this river leads. Okay, let's get out. I don't know. Okay. Go this way. Whoops. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Meant to glide. I gotta cancel my fly. Okay. So rabbit. It's cheap. How much longer? We glide. Oh. Me and Mr. Poop were some of the most important people back home. I was the leader of our army, and Mr. Poop was a powerful businessman. Makes sense. After the spread consumed our city and Mr. Poop left, I began traveling as well. Huh. Interesting. Gotta turn a little. Might be boat time again. Whoa. Hey man, what's up? Help. It does help. Don't see. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta give you some armor or something. Let's see. Let's see. Give diamond chest plate. Oops. God. Did not mean to do that. Okay. You're rich. God, it does that. Now you're poor. Okay. Diamond helmet. Oh, not again! I did it with boots too? Oh my god. So many boots. Too many boots. Okay, we got enough boots. Got enough boots there, and then let's see. Take. Then you're gonna need. You might need some. Still got more boots, huh? This toad spit you might need for the fire if you get lit on fire. Mr. Poop was a very influential person. He gave empowering speeches and was able to bring hope to the residents until the very end. When I recently returned, I found out the residents never left. I need Mr. Poop's smarts to revive our lost town. Wow. Epic. Oh, your beef is not cooked? Here, I'll just give you these. A bunch of these. Oh, you have food. I'll just give you some of these. Okay. I guess I'll take your boots. And you might need a boat if we go in the ocean. Okay. I think we might have to go in the water. Bonk, 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 bonk. Funny you can't eat while you're rowing. Okay. I don't think it's much further. I guess for us to have never found it, it must be pretty far. Eeba-dooba-deeba-daba-doo, we're going down the water, going down the water today. So basically what we're doing is we're just trying to get the research or trying to save the professor. We'll see what we get. This looks swampy. Promising. Oh. Oh, okay. This has got to be it. Oh. Okay. I had to sneak. Something over here. That. Oh, there's a cage. Oh god, that thing. Maybe the professor's in that cage. I sneak. Oh, he sees me. Okay. Oh, I hit the horse. No. Okay. See if I can hit this one. Oh, I got him. Okay. Okay, looks like this is maybe the Butter Boys. I don't see any more of them. Let me see. Like a cage here. Let's see. Ah. Who's this? Jobus Clutch. Okay, let's hold on for a sec. Hi, I'm Jobus. Please don't hurt me, lol. I'm just the driver hired by the Butter Boys. Times are tough. Anyways, what happened is Butter Boys wanted to see a place called Stinky Milk Town or something like that. This science nerd in the cage was giving me directions to the town, but as soon as we arrived, he was missing. Also, one of the Butter Boys on a horse is nowhere to be found. The rest of the Butter Boys went to check out the town. I'm kind of left just waiting here. I want to go home, but I have no idea where we are. These guys better leave a big tip. Oh boy. Uh-oh, we got birds giving us away our location. Kill the birds. Kill the dang birds. I do not trust that someone else can do what Mr. Poop was able to do. It is best I wait for Mr. Poop's return. I would like to speak with Soiling. Okay. Uh-oh. What's that? That's stuff going on. Let's see. What's in here? Seems like they said he escaped. I wonder how he escaped. Yeah. Oh, you made a makeshift key. Right? It seems like he went and escaped, and the Butter Boys went to go attack the town, perhaps. So I guess let's go check it out. We'll see. If you see Professor, maybe I should take one of these horses. Oh wait, there's some normal bad guys. Oh, sorry. Okay. There was a third horse. I think I killed it. You guys can take the horses. You want to take the horse? Oh, okay. I'll take one. Oh. Hold on, I gotta restart my music. Oh god. Oh, you got a horse. Why can't I control it? Oh, this one doesn't want to do what I say, but I won't go either. Oh, they don't have saddles? Oh, that's why. Okay. We need saddles. Rotten guard. Okay, careful. We need saddles, huh? Dude, we need 2 saddles. What the? Okay, we're saddled up. Now we go. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, my horse is almost dead though. How do I heal my horse? Oops. I'll just do what we can. The horse, it's okay. So let's find a professor on a golden horse is what we're looking for. Soiling! Okay. Oh, there's Butter Boys. Boy. Ah. Okay, this horse is distracting me. Got a guard. These seems just like normal citizens. They don't. These ones don't attack. Oh boy. What in the? God. Oh God. Ah. Okay. Okay. Seems like there's a lot of see if we can see. Oh boy. Ah! Oh God. Oh God! Seems like most of the Butter Boys got killed. Oh, over here. I think I see him something over here. Over here. Quick. Wait. Wait. Don't go yet. Hold on. Who's this? Oh, here's a professor. And this looks like, oh, it's his house. Here, let's lead him over and let's try to sneak him back to town. Watch out, don't go. Oh! Someone attacked his house. Okay, let's get out of here. Watch out, he's angry. Let's see if we can hide him in here. Ow. What the? Wait, don't. There's some. Google, what's up? Okay, let's take him in here. Oh boy. Okay. Ow. He wants to hurt me. Okay. Who is this guy? Okay. This is very interesting. Okay. Hold on a second. Who is... Okay. Let me check something here. Oh no! Professor Rothenmilk died. He was killed by an assassin. He was killed by an assassin that was hiding in this tower. That's horrible. Who would do this? Let's see. Did they drop? Did you guys pick up? Was anything left at the crime scene? What is this? Professor Rothen's axe. So it's a different professor. You guys pick up anything else? Did you guys find any books or anything? You guys pick up any books? No. see. There should be a book. Strange. What happened to the book? Let me see something real quick. Let me check something. There's a book! Oh boy. Oh my gosh, I found this book. Professor Rothenmir's research. Secret research on the rot, first of many volumes. Oh boy. So it looks like it's sad that he died, but someone keeps blowing up his house. I think we're gonna have to get out of here. Oh, what is this? Okay, let's head back to town. We got what we came for. This place is too hot. We're gonna have to... I think we have to go north to get back home. Yeah, let's get out of here. We got the research. That got ugly, but... Let's get out of this town. I don't know much about it, but it's pretty scary. It seems like some of the residents aren't angry, but some are, so we'll have to leave that. So it's sad the professor ended up getting killed by another professor somehow. Maybe they knew each other, but we got back some of, at least volume 1 of his research. Maybe we'll come back and we'll uncover more volumes, but that was crazy. Oof. That's good. Well, it's sad that the scientist died, but it's good that we got his research, at least. You got your boat still? Will the horse go in it? I don't think horse can go boat. You could try to carry it with a lead. Yeah, maybe hold the lead and then, yeah, there you go. Yeah, so we just gotta go this direction. Thinking we'll be able to get home. We just gotta go the opposite way. Oh, that got a little crazy. It looks like the Butter Boys did not make it through the fight. There was some... Might have to come back. Wow, a lot of people on the server right now. That's crazy. Okay, when you said, does anyone have a book? I thought you meant a signed book. Oh, got you. You have 8 copies of the book? Well, that's good that we have the research. Lots of copies of the research. That's funny. Oh, you lost the horse? Okay. That is sad. We couldn't save one of the Butter Boy's horses. I have to walk from here. Might be walk time for a bit. I missed some of the dialogue of soiling. I can't read it and walk at the same time. We'll catch up. That was a crazy looking town though. Very stinky. Whoa. Be careful now. Funny how I've spent many an hour in that swamp and never noticed that town. That is funny. Maybe there's something you have to know about it to see it. It's interesting. Yeah, it's got to be that. Ooh, plop. Oh, I really got some air there. Might be boat time again. Forgot E-Man doesn't have you guys boating? Bad a boat, we bad a boat. He left the boat. Oh, and here's that ice. We'll probably ride this part of the way. I think most of it is destroyed though, but it might give us a boost. Oh. Whee! We're flying! Oh! I got dunked. Oh, what happened? My gosh. I can't load fast enough. Oh, this is just my lag doing that. Yeah, the chunks. We're drifting. I think we're close. Close to home. So yeah, we got the research, but I don't know if we were able to diffuse our relationship with the Butter Boys, unfortunately. We'll see, we'll see. We might have to have a meeting with the king sometime. Oh, this is the the big hotel. Yeah, we can just go land in the beach. I don't know if we can get through the beach. I think we can. Oh. Wait, when does Spooky jump out? Oh, you go in that one. Never. Okay. We'll dock up at the dock. Dock up at the dock. I took a dip. Nice, we made it. Well, I should probably take this to the lab, maybe. Or, I don't know. Yeah, I think they'll have to, Oh no. Yeah, I'll take this to the lab real quick. And they'll have to see what they can uncover. I'm not reading this whole thing. The thick book. Eating the rotisserie chicken on the beach, that's pretty good. Yeah, let's put it in the input and then we'll see what we come up with. Yeah, that's a crazy town. But weirdly, I thought they would all attack us, but there's a lot of villagers that were kind of chill. It was just the guards mostly that were going crazy. It looked a little different. Top of spawn, okay. You get your stuff back? Okay, let's go. I'm gonna go to town and I'll catch up on the lore. Not the lore, but the combo that Soiling had. But I'm gonna smash into something. Right, Soiling. Yeah, let's catch up on the chat. Okay, let's see. Hello, Milena. It's nice to meet you. Greetings. It is nice to meet you as well. I come from the same place Mr. Poop came from. I need to speak with him as soon as possible. Soiling says, there's not much you can do to help. However, Mr. Uncle told me about your past in the army. Your leadership could be useful for a project Mr. Poop was working on. Thank you. Milena says, thank you, but I do not wish to work for anyone right now. I have some important business to attend to. You cannot focus on anything else until I save my town. I'm sure you understand. Okay. Interesting. Yes, I understand. I'm sorry I can't help out right now, but I will tell Mr. Poop you came to see him next time he's awake. That's epic. It was a pleasure speaking with you. This is a very impressive city. Perhaps when Mr. Poop is alive and well, you can help us out. Cool, okay. Got slides, we got slides. Yeah, this is epic. This is a very epic place to hang out. Oh no, Butter Boys. The Butter Boys killed. Is that Dougal? Where'd the Butter Boys? I have to get... Where was the Butter Boy? You have to get revenge. Have to kill that Butter Boy. Top of HQ. There's a Butter Boy up there? Yeah, any Butter Boys? Words. Oh. We love soiling. Where is this butter boys killing you? Top of HQ. Oh, you mean Butterboy, yeah. So you fell off here. Where'd your stuff land? Is that your stuff? Oh, okay. Oh, you fell from up there? Oh, here. Cool. Yeah, I wonder where that butter boy is that was getting you. Somewhere by the sand? Oh! Oh god, oh god, oh god. I hear one, I think. Well, I think that was successful for the most part. It is sad we lost the scientist. But yeah, let's I think I'm gonna end the stream. I'll see you guys soon. Uh-oh. I'm gonna be doing probably a late night Saturday, maybe early in the week. We're playing Zelda, Wii Zelda dog games, pretty epic. I'll see you guys soon, alright? Longer stream. I thought I was gonna do a short stream today, but I like it. I like all the story. And the park is game changer. Alright, see you guys soon, alright? Goodbye. Good.